Charles Barkley. A name that resonates deeply within the annals of basketball history. The name alone conjures images of a player who was larger than life, both in stature and in spirit. A force of nature on the court, a whirlwind of personality off it. Barkley was a player who could dominate a game with his sheer presence and then captivate an audience with his charisma. He was never supposed to be this good. Undersized for a power forward, he defied expectations with sheer will and raw talent. Standing at just 6'6", he was often considered too short for his position, yet he played with the heart and tenacity of a giant. "I'm not out there trying to be no role model," Barkley famously said. This statement, controversial at the time, was a reflection of his desire to be authentic, to be himself without the burden of societal expectations. But whether he liked it or not, that's exactly what he became. His actions, both on and off the court, spoke louder than his words. He inspired countless young athletes to pursue their dreams with passion and determination. Barkley's game was a spectacle. He'd bulldoze through opponents for rebounds, then outrun everyone down the court for a thundering dunk. His style of play was aggressive, yet graceful, a combination that left fans in awe. He was a walking double-double, a highlight reel waiting to happen. Game after game, he would rack up points and rebounds, showcasing his versatility and skill. But it wasn't just the stats, it was the attitude. Barkley played with a contagious joy, a love for the game that shone through every possession. His enthusiasm was infectious, drawing fans and teammates alike into his orbit. Off the court, he was even more compelling. Unfiltered, outspoken, and hilarious, Barkley said what he thought. Consequences be damned. His candidness was a breath of fresh air in a world where athletes often stick to rehearsed lines and safe answers. He challenged authority, embraced controversy, and never took himself too seriously. Whether he was calling out referees, engaging in playful banter with opponents, or making bold statements in interviews, Barkley was always unapologetically himself. He was a breath of fresh air in a world of carefully crafted athlete personas. While others might have been concerned with maintaining a polished image, Barkley was more interested in being genuine, even if it meant ruffling a few feathers along the way. But beneath the bravado and the trash talk, there was a sharp mind and a genuine heart. Barkley was known for his intelligence, his insightful commentary, and his ability to connect with people on a deeper level. Barkley connected with people because he was real. He was flawed, he was funny, and he was always, unapologetically, himself. His authenticity resonated with fans, making him one of the most beloved figures in sports history. Beyond the court, Barkley was also known for his philanthropy and community involvement. He used his platform to give back, supporting various charitable causes, and making a positive impact on the lives of many. As he reflects on his career, Barkley remains humble and grateful. He acknowledges the support of his fans, the guidance of his mentors, and the love of his family. His journey is a testament to the power of perseverance, authenticity, and passion. Charles Barkley is more than just a basketball legend. He is a symbol of what it means to stay true to oneself, to defy expectations, and to leave an indelible mark on the world. His story continues to inspire, reminding us all that greatness comes in many forms. Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, embraced Barkley with open arms. From the moment he stepped onto the court, the fans could sense that something special was about to unfold. The energy in the arena was electric, and Barkley fed off that energy, creating a symbiotic relationship with the crowd that would define his career in Philadelphia. He arrived in 1984, a brash kid from Auburn University, ready to take on the world. With his larger-than-life personality and undeniable talent, Barkley was determined to make a name for himself. He wasn't just another player, he was a force of nature, a whirlwind of skill and charisma that the city had never seen before. The Sixers, with Julius Erving nearing the end of his legendary career, needed a spark. The team was in a transitional phase, searching for a new leader who could carry the torch and lead them to glory. Barkley was that spark, and he quickly proved that he was more than capable of filling the shoes of the great Dr. J. Barkley was more than a spark. He was a five-alarm fire. His presence on the court was impossible to ignore. He played with an intensity that was both inspiring and intimidating, setting the tone for his teammates and striking fear into the hearts of his opponents. He instantly injected energy and excitement into the franchise. Every game was a spectacle, a showcase of his incredible talent and unrelenting drive. The Sixers were no longer just a team, they were a phenomenon, and Barkley was the epicenter of it all. He battled for rebounds with the ferocity of a man possessed. Barkley was relentless on the boards, outmuscling and outmaneuvering players much taller than him. His rebounding prowess was a testament to his sheer willpower and determination, qualities that endeared him to the blue-collar fans of Philadelphia. He threw no-look passes that made your jaw drop. Barkley's court vision was unparalleled, and his ability to make seemingly impossible plays look effortless was a constant source of amazement. He had a flair for the dramatic, and his highlight reel passes were a staple of Sixers games. He talked trash to anyone and everyone, from opposing players to referees to inanimate objects. The fans loved it. Barkley's trash talking was an art form, a psychological weapon that he wielded with precision. It was all part of his larger-than-life persona, and it only added to his legend. Here was a guy who played with passion, who wore his heart on his sleeve, who wasn't afraid to be himself. Barkley's authenticity resonated with the fans, who saw in him a reflection of their own hopes and dreams. He was one of them, a working-class hero who gave everything he had every time he stepped onto the court. He became a Philadelphia icon, his number 34 jersey a symbol of blue-collar grit and relentless determination. That jersey wasn't just a piece of fabric, it was a badge of honor, a testament to Barkley's impact on the city and the sport. It represented everything that Philadelphia stood for: hard work, resilience, and an unbreakable spirit. Barkley's time in Philadelphia wasn't always smooth sailing. There were ups and downs, moments of triumph and heartbreak. The playoff disappointments were particularly tough, as the team struggled to get over the hump and capture that elusive championship. There were playoff disappointments, clashes with management, and the constant pressure of playing in a city that lived and breathed basketball. The weight of expectations was immense, and Barkley often found himself at odds with the front office. But through it all, he remained steadfast, never wavering in his commitment to the team and the city. But through it all, he never lost his fire, his desire to win, or his connection with the fans who adored him. Barkley's relationship with the fans was something special, a bond forged through shared experiences and mutual respect. He played not just for himself, but for the city that had embraced him, and that made all the difference. In 1992, after 8 seasons in Philadelphia, Barkley was traded to the Phoenix Suns. It was a fresh start, a chance to compete for a championship alongside young stars Kevin Johnson and Dan Majerle. Barkley embraced the desert, and the desert embraced him back. His arrival in Phoenix ushered in a golden era for the Suns. They became must-see TV, with Barkley leading the charge. He won the league MVP award in 1993, a testament to his dominance on the court and his impact on the franchise. The Suns reached the NBA Finals that year, facing off against Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls. It was a dream matchup, 2 of the league's biggest stars battling it out on the biggest stage. The Bulls ultimately prevailed, but Barkley cemented his legacy as one of the greatest players of his generation. As Barkley entered the twilight of his career, he yearned for one more shot at a championship. The desire to cap off his illustrious career with a title was a driving force that kept him pushing forward, even as the years took their toll on his body. Barkley had achieved so much in his career, from being an 11-time NBA All-Star to winning the MVP award in 1993. But the elusive championship ring was the one accolade that had always slipped through his fingers. That shot came in 1996 when he joined forces with Hakeem Olajuwon and Clyde Drexler on the Houston Rockets. This trio of Hall of Famers was expected to bring a new era of dominance to Houston. The Rockets had already won back-to-back championships in 1994 and 1995, and the addition of Barkley was seen as the final piece of the puzzle to secure another title. The excitement in Houston was palpable, with fans and analysts alike predicting great things for this star-studded lineup. The Rockets were a team loaded with veteran talent, hoping to make one last run at glory. With seasoned players who had seen it all, the team had a wealth of experience to draw from. They knew the importance of strategy, teamwork, and resilience. Practices were intense, with each player pushing the others to be their best. The camaraderie among the veterans was strong, and they were united in their quest for a championship. Barkley's time in Houston was marked by both triumph and frustration. There were moments of sheer joy, like when the team would pull off a hard-fought victory, and Barkley would celebrate with his teammates, the thrill of the game evident in his eyes. But there were also times of deep disappointment, as injuries and tough losses took their toll on the team's morale. He battled injuries, father time, and the relentless grind of an 82-game season. Each game was a test of endurance, and Barkley often found himself pushing through pain to stay on the court. The physical toll of the game was immense, and as the seasons wore on, it became increasingly difficult for him to maintain his peak performance. Yet his determination never wavered. But he also had moments of brilliance, flashes of the old Chuck that reminded everyone why he was one of the game's most electrifying players. His ability to dominate the court, make incredible plays, and inspire his teammates was still very much alive. Fans would erupt in cheers as Barkley made a spectacular dunk or a game-changing block, moments that showcased his enduring talent and passion for the game. While a championship eluded him in Houston, Barkley's impact on the Rockets and on the city was undeniable. He brought a level of excitement and energy that invigorated the team and its supporters. His presence on the court was a testament to his enduring legacy, and he became a beloved figure in Houston, both for his contributions to the game and his charismatic personality. He brought his trademark intensity and humor to a team that was hungry for success. Barkley's ability to lighten the mood with a joke or a playful jab at a teammate helped to build a strong team spirit. His leadership extended beyond his performance on the court. He was a mentor and a motivator, always pushing his teammates to strive for greatness while keeping the atmosphere light and enjoyable. And he continued to defy expectations, proving that even as his body began to break down, his spirit remained unyielding. Barkley's determination and resilience were an inspiration to his teammates and fans alike. He showed that true greatness is not just about physical prowess, but also about heart, dedication, and the will to keep fighting no matter the odds. His legacy in Houston is a testament to the power of perseverance and the enduring impact of a true sports legend. Retirement from basketball didn't slow Barkley down. It just gave him a bigger stage. He seamlessly transitioned into a career in broadcasting, joining TNT's Inside the NBA. And just like that, Sir Charles was born. Barkley's unfiltered commentary and infectious laugh were a perfect fit for television. He wasn't afraid to criticize players, coaches, or even his own network. He brought the same honesty and humor to the broadcast booth that he brought to the court. He became a fan favorite, his insights and his one-liners becoming part of the NBA lexicon. He proved that you didn't need to be polished or politically correct to be entertaining. In fact, it was his willingness to be himself, flaws and all, that made him so relatable and so beloved.